Clarissa Shepard, and I'm joined with my co-anchor, Marissa Lepard. And welcome back to Red Panda News. Today, a shocking story at Oak Brook Elementary School. A child was suspended for playing tag.
Wow, Clarissa, that sure is a shock. Do you think the child had any idea that what he was doing was wrong?
I'm sure he had no idea, but it's really important that we address this issue. The tagging motion is reminiscent of what can only be described as a terrorist fist jab.
For our viewers that have not seen this fist jab, roll the clip.
Oh gosh, it's so bad. One more time. It goes something like oh. The network has told me that motion should not be done on TV.
I just can't do it. You can really see how that gesture could be mistaken for a tag.
You just can't ignore things like this and problems like this. These horrible motions are taught in school, and they're going to lead to much worse things, like gangs and terrorist activities.
You could really consider a tag a gateway gesture to much more serious actions.
And it's so sad the kids don't even realize the depth of their actions. They don't know what they're doing.
Speaking of the terrorist groups, I think we should check in with our residential meteorologist and Middle Eastern geography expert, Clarissa Shepard.
Thank you, Marissa and Clarissa. As you can see, we have some serious problems here in the Middle East. Just look at Iraqistan. Locals reported terrorism acts in their town. Kids were running around trying to touch the backs of other kids.
We were just talking about that, Clarissa. Tag has been identified as a bad game that leads to stronger and harder games. We will not stand for this violence.
Taking these necessary precautions to eliminate tag from our school systems will lead to a safer and stronger future for our children and for our country.
Limitations have not been implemented in the Middle East. Just look at Pakistan and Afghanistan. Tag runs rampant.
And so does terrorism. A coincidence? I think not.
So what happened at Oak Brook Elementary after this? Angry parents met with teachers and the principal to reach a consensus.
And what did they finally agree upon?
I'll tell you, Clarissa. They decided that the game of tag is hazardous and must be kept out of schools. To prohibit tag is to say, nice try, terrorists. We will not fall for your elaborate ruses.
That's progression. It's so important to see that the U.S. stays on top of the severity of such issues and on the forefront of controversial topics. Do you think that any change is likely to occur in the near future, Clarissa?
It's hard to say, Clarissa. When such games continue, it's hard to say what will happen overnight.
Right you are, Clarissa. Implementing new rules can take time. The change will not happen overnight, but gradually we can eradicate tag and therefore terrorism.
Our correspondents at Oak Brook Elementary say that reforms are beginning to take shape. At recess, children play freely, and their games include Ring Around the Rosy, Dodgeball, and Mafia.
It is not every day you see such change taking place. What a time to be alive. This day and age is so conducive to change and reforming our corrupted ways.
Like tag.
Exactly like tag.
We move to our next segment. Are your peanut butter brands promoting racism? Find out next.
Wow, that was really informative.